This week on Great People Only, we are joined by model and content creator Amy Elsegood. Amy was born with a port wine birthmark and has worked tirelessly to raise awareness across the globe, being an ambassador to the UK Birthmark Support Group and helping people understand birthmarks of all varieties. We talk about her early life, acceptance, confidence, motherhood, and who she is behind the birthmark. It was an amazing experience to be educated, and I hope you get the same experience too. Thank you. First of all, Amy, I really appreciate you coming on. It is lovely to see you again. What we'd like to know, our audience as well, is what actually is a port wine stain birthmark?
So it's it's blood vessels under the skin that are like abnormal, basically. So yeah, it's hard to explain, over like an audio. But
Yeah.
if you imagine your blood vessels are kind of like that, and then if you close them, that's normal skin.
Mm-hmm.
So mine are just kind of open a bit
Oh,
underneath
okay.
the
Yeah,
skin.
okay.
If that makes sense.
So when you get a blood blister, is it anything like? Because it looks quite. Does it look quite similar? Or
So yeah,
I'm
it's
talking pure layman's
yeah.
here with someone who doesn't understand it.
So. Yeah, no, don't worry. So basically, just under the skin is just abnormal blood cells, blood vessels.
Blood vessels, yeah.
Yeah. So and people would have lasers try and kind of close the tip of the.
So it's nothing to do with pigmentation. It's purely blood vessels.
No, not really. Yeah, it's just your blood vessels under the skin, that just haven't formed properly, I guess, and made a port wine stain.
Yeah, because we had you met Sam before, the first person who Matt worked with.
Was he here when we did the photo?
No,
no.
So Sam, I'll show you Sam.
Sorry, yeah, the other guy.
Yeah, the other bloke, yeah, and because his is really prominent, isn't most of his face, and he's just like, got a gift from God sort of thing. And I was just like, what an amazing way to kind of look at it.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? Do you feel like a similar way?
Yeah, and I always used to say as well that like it's like a barrier against like unthoughtful or unaccepting people, because if someone's going to judge you on your appearance, is that somebody that you really want in your life anyway?
Absolutely not.
So
yeah.
So like it's a good barrier, really.
Yeah, isn't it? It's nice to know, like, well, I know that these people aren't worth associating with anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
So
yeah, and I think I don't want to associate with them kind of people anyway.
Oh, why would you?
And I know the people that are in my life accept me for me.
Was there ever like an initial time where you were like, I wish, why do I have this? Or have you always accepted it's just a part of you? Or
yeah, definitely. When I was growing up, I used to be like, why does it have to be on my face? Like, I'm grateful I've got a birthmark, but I wish it was on my arm or my back, where you couldn't see it. So yeah, there was times growing up where I used to, wish it was somewhere else on my body. Yeah.
So what kind of relationship did you have with it growing up?
I would say probably like a love-hate relationship. I feel like it was very up and down. Some days I liked it. It made me special. It made me stand out. But then other times I hated it and I wanted it gone. And I was sick of people staring at me all the time.
Yeah.
And then I just used makeup then as a...
Like a crutch.
Yeah. Yeah, all the time. So... But yeah, that's how my story kind of started.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
And when is it that you were kind of aware that, like, obviously we had you on the series for different, so like, when were you aware that people saw it as different? What period of your life?
Well, I can remember drawing a picture when I was about 5 years old. We had to draw a self-portrait, and I drew half my face red and half my face white. So, and that, I was 5, so obviously I knew then that I looked different. But like I'd probably say when you're kind of growing up and people would say mean things, that'd be the one thing that they'd say. Like, at least I haven't got a blob on my face, or, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So that's probably when I'd probably thought I feel different now.
Did you find yourself, like, because obviously when you're kids and you're growing up and in your formative years, a part of when I was growing up anyway was having that like they call it banter with each other. Did you find yourself kind of avoiding those kind of situations because you knew
Yeah.
kind of what was going to be said to you?
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think, oh God, they're going to say something about how I look,
Yeah,
and it's going to embarrass me, or that kind of thing. Yeah.
like completely irrelevant to what we're talking about here, guys. But thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
Sort of thing.
Yeah.
And what kind of stuff I know you just said what kids were saying to you, like. Why kids can be so horrible sometimes.
Yeah.
Like they're like, at least adults can like have to
Yeah.
be like a lie about or whatever, or not be so brutal. But do you do like what advocacy with like kids and trying to help kids understand and not be so
Yeah.
kinda...
Yeah, so that's one of the reasons why I like doing what I do, because when I was growing up, we didn't have social media or anything like that. So I used to feel like I was the only girl in the world that looked like me. So that's why I like doing what I'm doing now, to show like the younger generation that there is like a role model. There is, somebody else that looks like them that's just living a normal life, normal, happy life. And it hasn't held me back. So why should it hold them back?
And these principles can apply to anyone with like a visible difference, can't they? Really?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
We will kind of like touch on that, like your advocacy work down a little bit later on. So I know you talked like you used to kind of cover it up. Was that something that did you choose to do that because, or did you feel like you had to at the time?
I think I chose to do it because I was sick of people staring at me all the time. I used to feel like I was different. So when I wore makeup, it was like my comfort blanket, where I feel like no one's going to stare at me and no one's going to judge me.
Yeah.
And it was around the time of, being a teenager when everyone starts wearing makeup.
Yeah.
And I always struggled to find a makeup that worked for me because there wasn't only like camouflage makeup back then as well. So it was only like stuff that was prescribed to me from the NHS.
Ah, okay. Like really hyperpigmented stuff. Yeah, okay. And
yeah, so I used to like wear that. Whereas other girls would just wear normal foundation, but normal foundation just wouldn't cut it for me. So it was all like trial and error and that kind of thing growing up, because, finding stuff that worked. And then that's why now I kind of like to do like makeup tutorials and show what makeup I use, because I know there's people out there that struggle to find stuff that works. But you don't need camouflage makeup anymore. Well, I don't. Really, I don't want to talk on behalf of other people, but I don't use camouflage makeup anymore. I just use normal makeup. Whereas back then, it wasn't really a thing.
Yeah, of course not. It's funny that you talk about like a barrier or a comfort blanket, like a similar thing. It's not the exact same, but like when I lost quite a lot of weight, and I still find myself like wearing overly baggy clothes, grabbing pillows when I'm sat down and stuff. You know what I mean? And it's just like this really weird.
Yeah, to hide.
Yeah, but it's still in my head, even though
I
kind of am nowhere near as big as what. And I'm like, it's funny, and I suppose those things, like, the feeling will never leave you, really, will it?
Yeah, because sometimes now I'll think, like today I'm wearing like makeup, but not like loads of makeup enough to cover my birthmark.
Yeah.
Whereas like I'm walking down the street and I'm thinking people are probably going to be looking at me, but I have that thing in me now where I don't care.
Yeah,
like, if
of
do.
Course. Yeah.
Whereas before, I'd probably walk down with my head down on my hair over my face.
Right,
like,
yeah, no, totally,
whereas I don't do that anymore.
And did anyone, it can be good or bad, but through your journey to where you are now, has anyone ever say something to you that stuck with you, that made you maybe kind of went into your pivot as to become accepting of it, or anything?
I don't think so. Obviously, people said mean things.
Yeah, but they kind of just wash off, I guess.
Yeah, and I think when I was growing up, there wasn't any people like me that were kind of doing modelling, or you would see in a magazine or on the telly because they had a birthmark. So I want to be that person.
Yeah, okay.
Because when I was growing up, there wasn't anyone like that.
So you want to be the person that says that, tells people that they can do it, sort of thing. Rather
exactly.
To be your own, you're being your own role model, really.
Yeah.
It's amazing. You're saying about like your modelling and like you do all these things that kind of, I don't want to say like in spite, but this isn't kind of, it hasn't stopped you at all. What made you post that first no makeup selfie though? What went into that?
So it was like a cancer research, no
Yeah.
makeup selfie. And at first, I remember thinking, "Oh, I'm not doing that. I'm not putting my face with no makeup on out there," because a lot of people that I was friends with hadn't ever seen me without any makeup on. So I bet some people didn't even really know that I had a birthmark unless they knew me growing up. But a lot of people didn't even know. So it was kind of like ripping off the plaster in a way, because it was like that kind of, like I said, it was like a comfort blanket where it came to the point where I wouldn't leave the house without any makeup on. So me doing that makeup selfie kind of like ripped off that plaster, so that I was baring my face to all, like, this is me. And then after that, it kind of gave me confidence to be able to show my face without makeup on.
It just went mad.
Yeah.
Right? And at what point did you realise it? Like, whoa, hang on, this isn't just a normal post. It's actually gone viral.
Because
Like,
people started messaging me from like all over the world, and I was like, oh my god, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Like people from like New Zealand, America, like all over. But like, I've seen this, like, you've inspired me, and people saying that I'd inspired them, wanting me to keep doing it more, like, because yeah, I was that I've been that person where I've had nobody to inspire me, so like now I can be that for them.
the phenomenon of something going viral is just, it's so alien to me. I've always loved, but despite being a media producer, I've never been on, I think I came close to being a meme once, but other than that, it must be so like your phone's just buzzing and going crazy.
Yeah.
And off kind of the back of that, like what opportunities arose?
So yeah, my phone was going crazy. Like, I remember journalists like ringing the house phone, and I was like, how do they know my number?
They'll
Like,
they get where tell you what, they can do a lot of things. You're not, whoa.
Yeah, so I ended up going on like ITV News, like BBC News, like, and then that, I think from then it kind of opened doors, and then like brands then wanted to work with me or promote a product or yeah. So I'd gone. I think it was in COVID mainly that I started the modelling journey, because a lady from a modelling agency messaged me and said, "Have you ever thought about modelling?" And then I was like, "No, I didn't think I could." And she was like, "No, absolutely." And then I joined their modelling agency, and then
Did he look after his EBD quite well then?
it's not. I wouldn't say I was like a model like full time or anything like that. It's kind of as and when the opportunities arise.
Yes, if someone's making a campaign for like a relevant product.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Yeah. So yeah.
And you've kind of built your own brand off the back of it as well, right? You know, like with your advocacy work, you know, you are the ambassador for the Birthmark Support Group.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. Like, how does that make you feel, knowing that you've gone through what you've gone through earlier, the younger, and now you're actually helping people on mass scale?
Yeah, it's amazing, because like I said, I never had anyone to aspire to be like. So for me to be that person for them and share my story and my tips is amazing, because I know how like alone people can feel. So hopefully them seeing someone like me just living a normal, happy life will inspire them that they can do the same.
It must be quite overwhelming at times as well. Do you take time for yourself to kind of just step back from it, or are you always on when it comes to this?
I'd probably say I am quite like in it, like but then yeah, sometimes I do like step back, because as much as like social media can be great, sometimes it's also a bit like you said, overwhelming, because you just, sometimes it's a lot to like keep up with trends and all sorts, and kind of try not to compare yourself to other people and that kind of thing.
It is the oldest cliche, and comparison's a thief of joy, but there's a reason it's a cliche, and it's like you sit there comparing yourself to other people all day, and you're never going to be happy.
Yeah, exactly.
And I suppose there's that feeling that you can't save everyone, you can't be there for everyone as much as you want to be.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you do have to take time for yourself, and you don't really see that side of it.
Yeah, no, and I'm a mum as well, so I've got 2 kids to look after as well. So, you know, I don't want to be that person that's always sat on my phone either.
Course, yeah.
So, yeah.
And what's the kids' understanding of the port wine? Do they know everything there is to know?
My eldest, who's 3, he knows it's a birthmark, but it's never really, it doesn't bother him. He's got a tiny little brown one on his neck.
Okay, yeah.
So sometimes I'll say, what's on Mummy's face? And he'll go, it's a birthmark. I've got one on my neck. Like, it's just normal to him.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
I think that's amazing because obviously he'll grow up never judging anyone for what they look like, be friendly for anyone, because a lot of the time these kind of things are like, it's learned, isn't it? It's learned behaviour, like to making fun of people. You don't not born with it, are you?
Yeah,
so
no,
it's so
exactly.
important at these formative years to make them aware of these things. And he gives a good high five as well.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, sometimes he's like, Mummy, do you have to put your makeup on today? You take too long. I'm like, oh.
That's so. It must be so nice to have like little conversations like with kids and everything. Oh God, maybe one day. One day. So now you've done your modelling. You're on the agency. You do makeup tutorials and stuff. Like, you're kind of in that world. What does the term beauty mean to you now, actually?
I'd probably say like beauty is just about being like yourself. Like, beauty isn't like what you see in magazines. It's like how you are as a person, how you come across, and being like beautifully unique, I would say.
Yeah, because I think there's been a massive focus, over the last, since forever really, and that beauty is this.
Yeah.
It has to be this, otherwise we're not interested.
Yeah.
But with the body positivity movement and everything, and people just accepting who they are, I think the more people like yourself who bring the visibility to it, it's only a good thing.
Yeah.
You know. Do you feel pressure to like always be confident now? Because you said it's affected you in the past and you've whatever, but do you feel like now this pressure to represent, like, that you're always thick-skinned and
no, definitely not. Like, don't get me wrong, I still have days where I think I don't want to go out without makeup today, or especially like anyone that's had a baby knows like how your body can change, and sometimes you don't feel like yourself, or sometimes I don't want to post because I don't feel myself and that kind of thing. So I don't feel a pressure because I just think it's normal. I think a lot of people feel like that. You can't just be confident all the time.
So what needs to come first then? Like, do you need to accept it before you can be confident, or do they kind of come hand in hand, like the acceptance side?
I would say it kind of comes hand in hand. Like, people might say to me, like, how do you be confident? And I think there's not really an answer to that, to how to be confident. You
have to accept it, and your confidence will come.
Yeah.
But to accept it, you need to be confident in it.
Yeah.
It's like this, so, yeah, okay,
exactly.
no, yeah, it does make sense. Just if you can't change it, do what you can with it, sort of job.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, it's a really good way to look at it, because some people, I mean, I know there are surgeries and stuff, and there are steps you can take, but I imagine that's quite invasive, long-winded process to have it corrected.
Yeah, I mean, there's loads of lasers out there that people would have done. I mean, I have laser done, but I have it as more of a preventative thing, so makes it lighter, but it will never ever like fully be removed. But that's not the aim for me anyway.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's preventative, so that in the future it doesn't darken or get like any worse.
So does it? The people who have it, can it get worse? Can it have? So what kind of effects can it have?
So if it's left untreated, it can darken over time, and you can get like little like nodules like growing on it.
Okay.
So I have laser to prevent that from happening.
Okay.
So it's making it lighter, because as we age, like, our skin changes as well. So I have laser to prevent, like, a preventative thing, but to make it lighter as well for me. Just because when I'm wearing makeup, when I'm not wearing makeup, it gives me my skin's kind of smooth, like that kind of thing, really.
What kind of effects are you saying? Kind of like nodules? Are there any? Is it more? Is it kind of a cosmetic issues, or can there be health issues?
Yeah, it's both.
Yeah,
it can be both. So I have it for cosmetic reasons and for health reasons. So, and there's a kind of a stigma against like, why are you having it treated? Why aren't you accepting the way they look? I do accept the way that I look, but I also have this done for health reasons because I don't want it to progress over time. I'm happy for it to be how it is.
Are there any other treatments, or is it just lasers at the minute?
As far as I'm aware,
yeah.
there's lasers, different types of lasers. I actually had laser at the weekend.
And in terms of, you say it's for health as well. What if it is left untreated? What's like the worst case scenario for it not being treated?
It would just get really dark.
Really dark, and
Yeah.
So it's not like anything like quote unquote deadly or anything
No,
like that.
no.
It's just okay, understand. I imagine as well, like saying there's a stigma and people asking you online, why you're having it treated. It's that will show you the double-edged sword of what social media really is.
Yeah,
I guess.
yeah, exactly.
A lot of positivity, but I imagine you probably do deal with your fair share of awful stuff as well.
Yeah,
And
I mean, like you said, it's mainly positive.
Well, that's amazing to hear, actually. So,
but like I said, you do get the odd comment of people saying, yeah, like, why are you getting it treated? Like, you should accept the way that you are. And I think, well, if you know the facts behind it, then you'll know that I'm getting it done for health reasons as well as cosmetic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do people actually dealing with quite like trolls in general sometimes, or
Yeah,
really?
like literally every so often. Yeah, like I don't know, like people would comment saying like,
just go outside, man, get a hug.
Yeah, exactly.
Just ring your mum. Why go online and just throw hate at people? It just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, like people would say like, oh, take her swimming on the first date and stuff like this. And think, oh, as if, well, one, I don't think I'd date anyone like you anyway. Yeah, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've seen it all. But I don't know. I try just to not let it bother me.
Yeah.
Like, weirdly, I always do remember the bad comments.
Yeah, you will do more than the
yeah,
because if the good's coming in waves, like you've got so many good comments, they become the norm. So if you just the odd bad one, it's going to stick with you more, unfortunately. But do you feel like you have any responsibility towards your audience? Like, because I've dealt with people like Matt, for instance. He actually, whenever he posts a subject, he kind of moderates his comments because he doesn't want people saying nasty things to his subjects that he's had he's gone and taken the photo off, and they've given him his time and everything. Do you feel like a responsibility to kind of maybe protect your audience sometimes from things that they see, or is it never really get that bad?
It doesn't really get that bad, but I only try to like post content that's like kind of encouraging or uplifting,
Yeah.
But a lot of people that do have birthmarks, unfortunately, we've all experienced negative comments.
Yeah.
I feel like it's not something that I'd need to necessarily protect them of.
Yeah, of course.
But I wouldn't go out my way to like share a negative comment or anything like that to like show everybody.
Yeah, just get rid. Done.
Yeah.
And what kind of work is it that you do, like, even if it's just minor or anything, like what do you do with like kids and stuff? Like how you're educating kids? I mean, you said earlier that like you sometimes help kids and kind of understand it and stuff. Is that something you've done on a big scale, or? No,
not really. I've only ever done like my like helping like through like online. Quite a lot of mums would message me and ask for advice on like how I've dealt with growing up with a birthmark, or sometimes like ask me to send a video of me just so they can show their children. So yeah, that kind of thing really. Mainly just kind of like being that role model for them to look up to.
It must be easy when that's what you are all the time, especially to your kids as well. You just don't have to switch it on. So it's part and parcel. When you posted the selfie, at what point did you realise that you could turn that into more than just this one-time thing?
I guess it was when people started messaging me saying, this has really inspired me. I thought I was the only person in the world that looked like me.
Yeah.
And I was like, I feel exactly the same.
Were you like receiving messages that you've basically been saying to yourself for
Yeah.
years?
Yeah.
That must have been really like vindicating.
Yeah, and I thought there's a whole community of people out there that feel like this. And the same with the makeup thing. And I thought, God, I can be that person showing like, and doing my makeup. And yeah, for these people that were the same as me. I thought I can be that person because that's what I've spent years doing, trying to find makeup that works.
And what kind of brands, like makeup brands, do you use?
I use like Charlotte Tilbury. What do I use? I think of my makeup bag now. Charlotte Tilbury, like MAC. Yeah, mainly those. Yeah, I just love the coverage and stuff that it gives.
Yeah.
But then, like some days when I'm not wearing a foundation today, I'm wearing like a tinted moisturizer. I love the Herborian CC cream. So
me too, sister.
Yeah, you're gonna be like, yeah, I love wearing like not a full coverage.
Did you ever think that makeup would be such a big kind of part of who you are, given everything?
I feel like makeup was always something that I enjoyed, and just because I had a birthmark doesn't mean that I can't enjoy makeup the same as other people.
Yeah.
So it was kind of it's hard to say really, because I feel like I do love makeup.
Yeah, so, I suppose what I mean is like you were initially kind of using it as like a safety blanket.
Yes.
But now you're using it in a more typical sense. Did you ever think that would be on your horizon?
Yeah. No, I
got
didn't.
there in the end, didn't we?
Yeah. So when I was growing up, it was all about what's
got the best coverage.
Yeah, what's got the best coverage? Like, what's going to work? Cover it. Like, don't get me wrong. That's probably my most asked question. What makeup do you use? And I say, this is what I normally wear, like if I want full coverage, but if I'm having a day where I'm not that bothered about covering, I'll wear this. Because I think all women, birthmark or not, I think all women like to wear makeup.
Yeah, it's very, exactly. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Do you find like it's a part of your identity, that though? No.
No, not really, because I feel like people know me with and without makeup now. I've had people say to me before though, like you're wearing makeup, that doesn't, you're clearly not body positive. And I think, well, I am body positive because I'm still sharing my story, but I'm also a woman that likes makeup.
Yeah.
So I'm a bit of in a catch-22 sometimes because I'm like, well, I like to wear makeup.
You're always going to get people online who are like, well, she obviously not, it's just all false. You wearing makeup. It's like I used to use the idea, like when we were younger, people growing up, and you'd see it like a time. Oh, how can they be homeless? They've got a pair of new trainers on. It's like, what? Can they not have nice things? Like, sort of thing. Like, I just don't,
Yeah.
But God forbid someone enjoy something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when you're creating your content and you're making your tutorials, and I've seen you make your video, like made your video here. What goes into making your content like day to day?
Just showing what I do like on a day to day life, but I like to show it. For me, it's like showing like I've got a birthmark, but I'm living a normal life. Like it's not holding me back.
Yeah.
So that's why I like to do it, really.
Yeah, because like you say, it's not physically impeding you in any way, right?
No,
and,
not
you're just
at all.
showing people that you get up, go, and kind of doesn't hold you back at all. So there's definitely more to exercise your creative muscles than anything business related, isn't it? Like, it's just you wanting to be creative and help other people.
Yeah.
What's your favourite kind of content to make?
I like doing like just being myself, really. Like I like my makeup tutor, like doing my makeup, showing the power of makeup, but also just like I said, just living me just living a normal life and just doing like my UGC content, which is like for brands, because I do a bit of content creation.
I think it's really nice to sit on like on your socials, like you do your posts with and without makeup. It really kind of just does show that you. I'm trying to really hammer it home here that you're just a regular person.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like some people wear makeup, some people don't.
Yeah,
like, and I'm the same.
yeah.
So what projects have you enjoyed the most? Like brands to work with, and that what kind of sticks out for you?
I did QVC.
Hey.
So I did a bit of like, and that was basically demonstrating how good coverage makeup was. And that was really cool.
I remember seeing something like the I think he was called Zombie Boy, the tattooist, got a fully body tattooed and just put this makeup on him. And you could not see the tattoos under it at all. So is that the same kind of stuff? Is it?
Yeah, similar. Like, and I worked for a brand called like Krylon, and that was down in London.
They make spray paint, don't they?
They do like
they make makeup as well. No way.
So it was like I went down to London for a photo shoot, and they did all my makeup, and there was a guy with tattoos, and they did all of that, and then I think my photo's in their shop in London.
Amazing.
Like on a that was really cool. And just like when I was pregnant, I got to do like I worked with a pregnancy brand, and that was really good as well. And then all these brands want me without any makeup on. So
that must be so empowering. Like, it must be amazing. You know,
because I'm like, do you want me to wear makeup or not? And they're like, no, without makeup, if that's all right. I'm like, yeah, it's fine.
Opportunities you never, growing up, you never thought you'd even
exactly.
see. And then you're getting them thick and fast. It's amazing.
Yeah.
You mentioned being like pregnant there. How has being a mum changed how you see yourself?
I feel like more confident, weirdly, because I just think I want my kids to grow up like knowing that it's the norm. You know, it's like, my mum's got a birthmark and that's it. Like, it's not a negative thing. It's just part of her. And like, they'll grow up like accepting boys, really.
Accepting and confident.
Yeah.
Because you're leading by example, aren't you?
Yeah.
It's just like, you've grown up through doing what you've done and done everything in spite of the challenges you face. So your kids are going to see that and be the same, aren't they? So I think that's really important to put that same message across to your kids. And has it changed how you think about your birthmark at all, or has it kind of just been like, I got no time to worry about that. I've got 3 kids to clean up after.
No, it hasn't changed the way I think of it. Like, I still think of it like the same. Sometimes when I've got to go for laser, the boys know that mummy's going for laser on her face, and it's just, they don't question it.
Just
That's
normal,
just what
everyday occurrences.
Yeah.
Do they understand the advocacy work you do as well? Do you talk to them about that?
So every year, because I'm the ambassador for the Birthmark Support Group, every year we do like a big family fun day and it's usually somewhere in the country, and everyone meets on that one day. And the last 2 times, my little boy's been with me, so everybody there's had a birthmark, and he didn't even question anyone once.
Yeah.
So he knows, and I stood up and I did a speech in front of everyone, and he sat and watched me do it. And for me, that was like a proud moment, because
full circle, right?
Yeah. Like,
amazing.
I used to, when I was growing up as well, I thought, when I was like single, I thought, who would ever want to be with me? And now I've got a partner and kids.
You got family, you got a life, and everything.
Again, that's another reason, like, I just want to prove that I am living a normal life. Like, a lot of people would feel those same feelings as me of, I look like this, who's ever going to want me? But there is somebody out there.
So what does being an ambassador mean to you personally?
It just makes me feel proud that I'm using my difference to help other people. I just want to be that role model that I never had when I was growing up.
Try and avoid like the word normal, because like, what does it mean? But the reality of it is, if you've got a difference in this day, like you will kind of wish maybe sometimes that you kind of, I wish I didn't have it, I wish I was normal, sort of thing. And to show, like, you doing the advocacy shows that it's like, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? If you can see through it and whatever, you are just like everybody else in the sense that we're all different.
Yeah.
You know, sort of thing.
Absolutely. And I feel like as well, it makes you like memorable. Like, people, like if I just was.
I knew Sam before he came in because I seen him walking around town. I was like, yep.
Yeah, exactly. Like you always remember them because you're like, oh, I've seen you before. Or people say to me, I recognise you.
Yeah,
like,
it's funny. I thought the same thing, and I've probably seen you on a billboard or something.
Oh, I wish. That's the dream. I'd love to be on a billboard.
Big Chanel billboard. And have you ever had any moments in, like, obviously, maybe it could be like a person who messaged you or reached out to you, or like say the big family day. Have you ever had any moments where you realise the impact that you're having, that you've actually made a difference?
Yeah, when people message me, like all the time, people message me saying, just want to say thank you for what you're doing. You've made me go out without any makeup on, or you've inspired me to go and get laser, or because growing up as well, lasers, like it was a really traumatic thing for a lot of people. I used to have to get put to sleep every time. So for my parents as well, it was a traumatic experience.
So it doesn't feel great either.
Yeah, so you have to get put to sleep, and it was painful. Whereas like now, it's technology's improved massively, so it means that you can go for, obviously if you're still a young child, you probably still need to get put to sleep and have general anaesthetic. But as an adult, a lot of people have anxieties over that because of what it was like growing up. So I've started documenting my laser journey just to show people
it's not that scary.
It's not that scary anymore. And actually, when I go for my laser, it's like I'm going for a beauty treatment. That's how I try to explain it anyway.
It sounds like with your content that you are also trying to put across that you're not just that lady with the birthmark.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So what do you like to, let's just tell people what you kind of like to do when you're not online, not creating content. What's just Amy,
so,
you know?
I'll be at home with my boys, like just being a mum, going out on days out. We like going like holidays.
Where's the nicest place you've been?
Oh God, that's a hard question. We love going to Mallorca.
Mallorca's a classic.
Yeah,
right?
It's just the Mediterranean, just beautiful. And they're still quite young. They're only like 3 and 7 months, but there's loads of places that I'd love to go.
All the time in the world now.
Yeah.
You know. And is that something that like is in the front of your mind that's like, it's a massive part of who you are, but I am more than this as well. And what's like the balance that you have to kind of strike with that? Because you're such a well-known advocate for it. People do see like, Amy's got a birthmark, I can be like Amy, but you also don't just want to be known for that.
Yeah. It's a hard one really, because that's why I like to, I've got in, because of my birthmark, I fell into like content creation and that kind of thing. Whereas like now I do content creation, I'm a social media manager because of the back of all of the stuff that I've done. So I do social media management, I do like content creation for brands. Do you know, like just the UGC stuff? They don't need to see my face, they just want to see my like creativity. So that's kind of put me in that direction as well.
So you kind of like, it has given you these opportunities. So you'll always be forever thankful really for it.
Because it's something that I enjoy doing. Like, so it's great that I can call that work.
Yeah, because I think we are working in this industry, as we were saying earlier, like we're pretty lucky. I think, because not everyone picks up a phone, tries to kind of go viral or whatever, but to actually like maintain a career in it it's difficult.
Yeah,
difficult.
It is. And as well, like sometimes a lot of it, a lot of stuff that you do comes unpaid. And it's like, how much stuff do you do unpaid?
It gave you some exposure, right?
Yeah. But how much stuff do you do before you haven't got any? Like you're just giving everything of yourself for free. And
it's this double-edged sword, especially when it comes to things like videography, photography. You do so many gigs for free.
Yeah.
When you start asking for money, number one, that client's going to be like, I'll just go get someone else to do it for free, because there is going to be someone else who does it for free.
Yeah, exactly.
And you got to know your worth.
Yeah.
You have to know your worth when it comes to, because what we do in content creation, it's not easy.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not. It does take, even if you have to watch a YouTube video to kind of learn it or whatever. It takes skill.
Yeah, it does.
Definitely does. Because no one's buying something if an advert's shit, are they?
Yeah, exactly. And like sometimes, I don't know, somebody might send you a mascara. It's like £20, and you think I've spent hours on doing the content creation for that, whereas was that really worth £20? It's just stuff like that.
Yeah, no, of course.
So you have, like you said, you just have to like know your worth, and sometimes say no to opportunities that don't fit your brand.
Yeah, exactly. And it probably, I've noticed there's a bit of hesitation in you saying it there, but some people kind of trip up on the idea that they've got their own brand.
Yeah.
You know, and you do have your own brand, don't you? And you've got to look after it.
Yeah.
So,
like I'm me.
Yeah.
Like, and I know there's only one Amy Elsegood. So yeah.
Yeah, because you probably like, there's probably some products out there that, why would I do that? I mean, money might be good, but some people will just shill anything if the money's right, won't they?
Yeah.
YouTube sponsors are the craziest, honestly, sometimes. Yeah. I'll be watching something on YouTube and the guy will come on and I'm like, selling a mattress or whatever. I'm like, bro, this is not even related in any way. But
yeah.
Have you ever explored kind of like the YouTube sphere? Because it's its own beast. It is its own beast.
Yeah, I have got a YouTube channel, but I haven't posted on it for about 6-7 years.
Yeah.
For me, it was just the editing took. I remember making a YouTube video, a makeup tutorial. I think it took me all day.
Yeah.
Obviously, filming the makeup, then doing the editing. It was like a full weekend's work just to do this one video. I know that if I carried on doing it, I'd probably get quicker at it.
And at the start, it kind of feels like I've done all this work for 70 views on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like, what?
I know.
It is slow growth is the one thing I refer to YouTube as.
Yeah.
What's your favourite platform to work on?
I'd probably say Instagram or TikTok. But yeah, it's hard to say really because they're all so different.
They are, right? Everyone thinks you can put the same video on Instagram or TikTok. They can't, even if it's that there are changes you have to make because each algorithm's different.
Yeah, they've all got like good and bad points. I think. Like I do like Instagram because I feel like that's what I've been on the longest. But you do feel like with Instagram, everything has to be perfect. Whereas I feel like TikTok, it doesn't really matter so much.
Literally, and if you can go viral for like just dancing,
exactly.
If TikTok's having a good day, it'll be like, yeah, go on, and then over time it's like 200 views.
Yeah, like, what's happened?
Growing up through life with your birthmark, you do your advocacy, and now you're modelling. You do everything all around what you're doing. What's the next chapter for you? What is next? What's coming up? What do you want to do?
I just want to continue what I'm doing with like my content creation and things like that. But I'd love to work with some like big brands and like get my face like out there.
Yeah.
Working with like I'd love to like work with like Charlotte Tilbury or like see my face in a shop, like that kind of thing. Yeah, that's what I'd love. Like that's the dream to do more.
But on a bigger scale, just keep pushing.
Yeah, like you say, like see my face on a billboard. That would be amazing.
And are there things that you haven't done yet that you would like to explore? Does your agency ever like approach you with like maybe acting gigs for films or anything like that?
Sometimes, like I'd love to do an advert or see my. Do you know, like when you see like beauty brands? I'd love to do an advert or. Yeah, that kind of thing. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Because it probably do get like the odd, like if someone's making a short film or they'll need someone an extra with for whatever. That would be cool. I imagine that be a bit different from filming a TikTok, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
like just being a full advert. And just like to close out with, because the whole theme of our podcast is great people only, and that's everyone is great in their own way. But what does greatness mean to you? And when you're all said and done, what does success look like?
I think greatness is like what does that person like bring? Like what makes them great? If they're doing something like, I don't know, like advocacy or anything that's trying to make a change or make people feel less alone, then I think that's a really great thing to do to make people feel happy. Because ultimately, like, we all want to be happy, don't we?
Yeah.
So
happiness is great.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, sorry, what did you say? What was the end?
So kind of when you get to the end of everything that you've done and you kind of look back, what does success look like in that?
Like people remember me as being like a good role model, that I was a good person, and that my kids have grown up kind boys, which I'm sure they will. And they look at me that I was a inspiration to many people.
And I'm sure that will be the case.
Yeah.
You're definitely on the right track now. I can see that happening. Yeah, beautiful. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Did you enjoy that?
Yeah, it was good.
Wicked. Thank you.
My first podcast.